from the moment you are created. There's a very nice narration that says that the first thing, ever watched a child come into this world, the first thing he does is he cries. And there's a narration that says that is because Shaytan waits for the baby to be born, and then he pricks him, he stabs him until he makes him cry, and he says to him, you and I, we are enemies. So imagine, the moment that I came out of my mother, Shaytan was waiting there to declare his war with me and remind me that I am your enemy, until the very last moment of your life. Guess who will also be there waiting? The same enemy. Abdullah ibn al-Imam Ahmad radiallahu ta'ala anhuma, he says, I was there when my father was dying. He narrates the story and he says, I was there when my father was dying. And he says, and he was laying there on the bed and he was going through this, what they call sakarat al-maut, the last moments of life. He's in and out of consciousness. He says, and as my father gained consciousness, he says, la ba'd, la ba'd, no, not yet, no, not yet. So Abdullah says, I was curious, why is my father saying no, not yet? Doesn't he want to die? Is he afraid of death? He says, and then my father, he lost consciousness. He says, so I waited there and I was anxious and I was worried. He said, until I waited until my father, he gained consciousness again. And therefore I asked him, I said to my father, why were you saying no, not yet? Don't you want to die? And then Imam Ahmad, he says to his son Abdullah, he says to him, no, my son, I did not say no, not yet because I didn't want to die. I said no, not yet because Shaytan was standing in front of me and he was biting on his fingernails and he was telling me, oh Ahmad, you have slipped out of my hands. Ahmad, you've slipped out of my hands. So therefore I replied and I said to him, no, not yet. Not until I'm dead and gone is the war over between you and I.